Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now welcome to a new champion reveal. We're doing, I think it's pronounced Qiyana, the new champion. And I will say, hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Smash the like button if you're really excited for her and all that good stuff. But what we're going to do is just have a little look through her abilities, kind of speculate about them, talk about them, and generally give our opinion on them. And then in the comment section, you guys can let me know, what do you think? Are you a fan? Are you like, hell no? Let me know, because yeah, I'm really interested. So the first thing is she, from my knowledge, is kind of got like an avatar thing going. She's one with the elements. Kind of thing like Talia, but Talia's just Earth. Qiyana's like a lot of things, I believe. But again, it's kind of weird how Riot, I'd say, have actually taken a step backward in their champion reveals. That these pages used to be the lore of the new champion and the abilities. It's just the abilities. So all I know is that she's something to do with elements, and she's like a melee assassin, I think. And I think she's a laner, if I'm not wrong, but we'll find out in this. So her passive is Royal Privilege. So I'm guessing she's something part of the royal family of one of the nations in League of Legends. So the first attack or ability against an enemy champion deals bonus damage. This cooldown resets when she draws a new element. So there you go. That's about elements. You can see up here that there are 3 elements happening. So I presume that's like water, fire, and earth. Question mark, but I'm sure we'll find out. So what does that look like? So your first look of her in game, that's a little bit loud. We've got her just auto-attacking, melee auto-attacking, and her big ring thing literally goes all the way around her. So she's kind of like wearing it. Kind of thing of like Aurelia's blades. So I'm guessing they're part of, maybe she's Ionian, this Qiyana, because again, very similar technology, having floating weapons and stuff. But there you go, that's the passive. Nothing too crazy with the passive. Again, the big thing that I don't want to see with this champion is an overloaded kit. Nico has an overloaded kit. Zoe has an overloaded kit. A lot of new champions have had overloaded kits, that there's just too much going on within each ability. Like, some of those abilities, there's like 4 things going on. It's like damage, shield, stun. It's like, that's too much. So I'm hoping we don't see an overloaded kit. The passive, that's fine. It's just a generic passive. And again, what will make this passive interesting is how often can you change an element? Is that RNG? Is that something you can choose? And I'm sure we'll find out now. Q, Edge of Ixtal. Ixtal? Sure. Qiyana slashes the area in front of her, dealing damage. If her weapon is using an element, her weapon hurls forward as a projectile and explodes. So her 3 elements, to confirm, is river, wall, and brush. Okay, not what I was expecting, if those are the 3 elements, which I'm guessing they are, because they each do different things. So if she's got the river element, it roots the opponents on hit. If she's got the wall element, it deals bonus damage to units with low health, so the assassination element, I guess. And brush leaves a stealth trail that gives movement speed. Okay, interesting. So let's see what this looks like. So there's the range of it. That's very loud. Ooh. Okay, that looked cool. Ooh. So I think they're kind of named after an element. So this is the standard Q before she's using an element. So that's the range of it. First one, I believe, would be, wait for it. So this one is river, which doesn't look very riverish because that looks kind of like roots, but sure. Because that rooted people. Or is that root? No, okay, so they haven't got it in the order. That's kind of weird. So the first one, let's go back again. That's river, because it roots people like ice. This one, I'm guessing, is just the bonus damage on low health, I'm guessing. Again, it's not very clear. That's definitely the ice root. And then that one, that's the stealth trail that gives movement speed. So there you go, yeah. So they're not in order. 2 of them have, these 2 are swapped around randomly. But yeah, looks pretty cool. Doesn't look too overloaded. Again, it's the same ability, but it changes depending what element she is. Again, think of kind of like her so far. Elementalist Lux, the skin. It's kind of like that, but the actual element that she currently is changes the kit, which I think is kind of cool. Again, I'm a massive fan of the Avatar franchise, not the blue people, the actual, you know, Aang and Korra. And having a champion that embraces multiple elements, not just one, like Talia with Earth, I think is pretty legit. So far, I'm a fan. W, Terror Shape. That sounds quite Earth elementy. Targeting an element, Qiyana dashes forward to gather its power. Oh, are the elements just within the map and she gets to pick them up? That's interesting. Cool. Qiyana dashes forward to gather its power. While enchanted, she gains movement speed near the element, attack speed, and bonus attack damage. So, let's see. Oh, no way! Wait! Guys! The elements of the map! If she presses W... Oh my, cool! If she presses W on the river, she gets the river element. If she presses W on a bush, or a brush, Americans call it, she gets the brush element. If she presses W on a wall, she gets the wall element. That's so cool! So again, she just absorbed the river element. Oh my god, that's the wall element, and that's the brush element. Okay, I'm a fan of that. That's really, really good game design, because there's no other champion in the game that is directly taking things from the map. There's only champions that add things to the map. Like Qiyana, his passive adds those altars on the map. This is new. This is something that's taking from the map. And it's really cool. I really like that idea. Again, what's kind of weird is that it's a passive ability mainly. You take the element and then it doesn't do anything else. Like, you can just recast it to get a different element. How long does that element stay with you? We don't know. But again, it's passive element, I think, because she can dash a little bit. So I'm guessing you're going to be able to use it for mobility. But obviously you'll be picking up a new element when you do that. But she'll be gaining, you know, passive attack speed, passive bonus damage when she has an element attached. But I really like that. I think that's actually very good game design. Qiyana dashes a fixed distance towards a target, dealing damage to them. Very loud. So there you go. Very basic. So again, like we said earlier, we just don't want an overloaded kit. That's as basic of an ability that you're practically going to get. So what I would say so far, we haven't seen her ultimate. She's a relatively basic champion. I'm sure most people may agree with me here. Like, there's not a lot to her. Like, her Q changes depending what element, but it's all the same ability. It just ends up doing something different at the end of it. It seems that she's more like of an auto attacker. Like, it's about having bonus damage in auto attacks, and all her abilities so far are just letting her do more auto attack damage, getting to people, bonus damage, attack speed. So again, she's like an attack speed. And I don't think she's a bruiser. I do think she's got assassin qualities to her. So yeah, but the ultimate to me is what's going to define exactly what she does. Supreme display of talent. Qiyana creates a shockwave, knocking back enemies. Any river, brush, or wall hit by the shockwave then explodes, dealing damage and briefly stunning enemies. So where they are right now on the map is where I presume Qiyana's biggest potential damage is going to be. Because remember, if you're having a team fight in, let's say, the enemy's jungle, there's maybe brushes there, there's obviously walls there, but there's no river. The only place that the three elements are is here. Like, it really, because if you fight like over more this way, there's no brushes near the dragon, there's no brushes right near the baron, so it's over here, and then, you know, the each end basically of the river. So she's got 4 major locations to get a good ultimate off. But let's see what it looks like. So that is literally her just doing it in a lane. This is doing it with a bush and river, so that's 2. That, oh my god, look how cool that looks. That's a wall, and it goes the whole length of the wall, or a big part of it. Wow. So yeah, that's it without doing anything, and it just pushes them away, doesn't do much damage. That's a brush and the river. And then this is, oh my god, look at that! Ooh-wee, this champion's going to be interesting. Again, the weird thing in my mind of like, what the hell is she? Like, we don't know if she's ability power or AD. I presume she's AD because she's an auto attacker, and generally there aren't many AP auto attackers. You know, there's Echo and stuff like that, but I don't see her as that. Because, you know, they are spellcaster auto attackers. Her spellcasts aren't damage spellcasts for the most part. They are enabling her auto attacks. So I presume she's AD, but the ultimate is quite spell orientated. So is that scaling from AD? It has to, right? Like, it has to. Interesting. Unless she's hybrid. She could be a hybrid champion if they wanted to, like, Gunblade and stuff like that. Gunblade Ginsu's. But yeah, first impressions, wow, she looks really cool. I'm actually really happy with the game design of this champion, and I don't think she's overloaded. The only way that this champion will be broken, in my opinion, if her numbers are simply too high, and that's relatively easy to adjust. Her kit doesn't look broken, you know. I think a good example of that is like Zoe. Her kit is just generally kind of broke, so she's really hard to balance. I don't think it's going to be very hard to balance this champion. She's basic. But she's basic, but with a hard twist to it, because it's going to be, I think she's going to be hard to pull off, easy to play. So she might be one of those champions that kind of looks basic, but the better you are at the champion, the bigger gap you're going to have between average players. It's going to be one of those. Like a Bard is relatively easy to play, but if you watch a bad Bard and then you watch a good Bard, the gap is insanely different. She's going to be one of those. Like anybody will be able to play her, but to make her really work, to make her pop, I think is going to take quite a lot of skill. But I'm a fan, honestly. I like the game design that they're actually taking from the map of League of Legends, from what on the top of my head, is the first time they've ever done. Yeah, props to Riot, if I'm honest. But that is Qiyana. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know your opinion down below. And she should be on the PBE within the next 5 days to a week. We'll definitely be playing her. And then some people say this is very close to the Mordekaiser rework. It is. This has happened before. When Kane came out, there was another rework happening. I think it was Urgot. Again, I believe the schedules of new champions and reworks, they're not on the same schedule. They have their own schedules, so sometimes they just kind of intertwine a bit. But hell yeah, she looks really cool. Second Q champion, Quinn, and now Qiyana. I'm still not 100% sure what she is, if she's an assassin or a bruiser, or maybe a mixture of the two. Because again, we're not getting a big sense of how much damage she deals in these clips. We don't know her scaling yet. Hell, we don't even know if she's AD or AP. I'm just presuming she's AD. But yeah, that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy and you like the look of the champion, throw a like on the video. If we can get 1,000 likes, that would mean a lot to me. But yeah, we will play her when she comes out pretty soon. And hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.